This morning, I realized that I didn't have any dream, and I posted a few videos, and one of the message was make sure that you address the important things and not to be too overblown by just doing the detail. So it's a balancing act, kind of like a middle way. And when I was pointing those, I forgot what the basic message was, because I was to construct the sentence or the ideas to confirm, and when I do it, whatever was important that I felt before that kind of vanishes, and you just get captured in this what to do. Actually, as I talk, that was one of my main points that I sent a note to Elon Musk. I don't know if he's going to read it, but it was about algorithm, that if you focus on it, you may lose your connection to heart. That he may have lots of great idea of working for the government to be streamlined, but if you use the algorithm, pure logic, then you may miss the important part, which is how the people, human, respond. If you are so bright and you say everything is so perfect, it's like taking away the air that people can breathe. So I wrote books, and I even posted. Someone reminded me that the top-down idea sounds very fantastic, because the guy at the top knows what to do and everything works, or supposed to be. But if the organization is conditioned to just listen to the top and do the job without thinking, trusting what the top says, you may lose the balance. You may lose the balance for the organization as well as your own sake. So listening to heart has to be the foundation. And the message I forgot and got into doing the urgent job or routine job came back as I was quiet. And the message was essentially the same, which is, especially like in my age, but I'm sure it should apply to many others at the younger age, that your time is always limited as living being. The death comes before you notice it. I don't mean to be negative about it, but positive about this. So that in that time you have, are you going to be running around like a rat? Well, sorry for that expression, but I had a mouse living in my house. So maybe that triggered me from the heart, I don't know. What was I saying? If you're busy in your mind running around like a rat or the mouse, that's not the important thing. Important thing is to live, not chase the mouse or be busy in your mind. Your heart and your stomach, lung, they want to live. And the mind may consume lots of air and take away, so that we lose focus on what's important, but then become a habit of do this. And the society may, encourage that kind of behavior because of the short attention span. What a stupid idea. Maybe I'm talking too slow, so you don't want to listen to me because you have other things to do. You have to open up this mail and check this website. And I'm saying to myself, and possibly to you, I mentioned about the time, us being living being, making the most in what we think is important to live a life. Not because someone says this is urgent, you're supposed to do this. These are the great people that you have followed. See, I remember posting that Daisetz's word on that, comparing great people and ordinary people. What a nonsense. So if we have time, as much as I'm telling to myself that with the calm and quiet mind, all these things are connected to each other. We see that. I see that. And I'm experiencing it. To be careful, not get into the trap. Our mind is a tricky business that can create. In the meantime, we may be losing something very important. So let me not talk much and to share, as I am sharing to myself, the importance of being in the now, in our heart, a deep samadhi, connected to the eternal home, I call it, the state of absolute being, where we see the connection to the universe. That may sound kind of weird. Being alive and thankful and have a balanced mind so that we don't lose that root. Well, many of us have lost the root and jumping around, AI, algorithm, do this, do that. In the meantime, the whole universe, the world, is doing its own job, including for us to be alive, including for us to be appreciating and not lose the balance, to use the brain and listen to your heart and body. And live life as we are meant to live. I'm not saying you shouldn't react. It's like a swordsmanship. When the house is on fire, there may be something to do. It's a balancing act. Let's ride the wave of the universe, not just falling into the pit of the human society because of the top-down or algorithm, routine work, filling the blank, no procrastination, do this, do that, do that. I see tree branches swinging in the wind. They look happy. Well, maybe because there's no storm. Thank you.